is breaking news on 2 News at 5.
We are following breaking news on 2 News at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Schnee. A juvenile suffered a gunshot wound this afternoon near Ben Lomond High School. Police and the school district telling us this happened just before 3 o'clock. The victim in that situation went over to Ben Lomond High School on that campus to ask for help. This was an evolving situation that also resulted in a number of schools being impacted in some way, shape, or form. The high school in and of itself was placed on a lockdown protocol per the incident with police investigating. The nearby junior high school was placed on secure status, and the nearby elementary school had students that were released early. Again, the information that we were able to gather was just before 3 o'clock, around 2:50 is when all of this went down. David Ochoa is live in Ogden with the very latest tonight. David.
Highland Jr. was placed on a secure...
Yeah, right now we're here at the Ogden Police Department. We're about to get an update on this shooting. Again, as you said before, that juvenile was shot near the school, not on campus, and after that happened, they did go back to the campus for help. We're not sure on the conditions or anything like that, but we're going to get more information right now. Again, the district has not confirmed if the juvenile was a student at the school. We're waiting to hear about that as well. And they said there was no threat to the community. We just left there not too long ago, and they did start clearing up the scene there. So it seems like they're reopening the streets around there. Some schools were put on lockdown shortly. This happened just shortly after students were released, so there might have been less students there on the campus. But again, we're just waiting to get more information. We'll have that here as soon as we can get it. But for right now, I'll send it back to you, Brian. Reporting live, David Ochoa, KUTV 2 News.
David, when you were out there, did anyone else come up and speak with you? Did you get any vibe that there was maybe family members or other students around? Was anybody talking about the circumstances before we obviously hear from Ogden Police, hopefully here within the next moment or so?
No, we did not. We actually got there, and it was pretty quickly cleaned up after there. Again, this happened around the 2 o'clock hour, so it had been a scene for a couple hours by the time we had got there. And then shortly after that, we got the news that this press conference was going to happen here at 5 o'clock. And so we came here, but again, there wasn't a whole lot of people there. This supposedly happened in the vicinity of the northwest part of the high school, so we're just waiting to get a little bit more information here right now. And we're all standing here to the side here waiting for us to stop talking to get this started probably. So for right now, I'm going to send it back to you just so we can get set up and get this on the road.
We also saw a lot of police activity. There's a lot of police cars.
All right, David Ochoa live for us here in Ogden, where we will hopefully have some more information coming soon. Thank you, David. So a minor in Washington State has been detained in connection to last week's bomb threat at Ben Lomond High School. That school was placed on lockdown last Thursday after a 911 call reported a bomb threat. Officers were able to clear the school. They deemed it safe after a full campus sweep. According to Ogden Police, the investigation into the ongoing and situation there, and detectives are working with federal, state, and local partners in pursuing charges. We're going to head back over to Ogden right now, where we're hoping to learn more from Captain Tim Scott with the Ogden Police Department.
Okay, welcome everybody. I'm Captain Tim Scott with Ogden City Police Department. I'm here to provide some updates on a shooting that occurred this afternoon. We received a call at 2:45 this afternoon, and what we know at this time is a 16-year-old was shot and killed at the location of 5th and Gramercy Avenue in Ogden, Utah. The victim was then taken to Ben Lomond High School, where that victim was treated by school staff and a school resource officer who were still on scene from that school day. Right now, major crimes detectives and the homicide task force are involved in the investigation. We have every resource that we have available in the county on this particular investigation at this time. We are working with those investigators that notified next of kin of that victim. It's a very impactful event for the school and obviously for the family, so our hearts go out to his family and to the school. What I can tell you, I overheard some information about our bomb threat from last week that was discussed, and This is not connected in any way. We see no connection to last week's event at Ben Lomond High School, other than the fact that this event occurred near Ben Lomond High School, and then the victim was taken to Ben Lomond High School for his initial first aid treatment. Another thing I can tell you, and then ask for the public's help in this, is that we do not, although we have every resource available and we're tracking down every lead that is coming in right now, we do not have a suspect in custody for this shooting. So we're asking the public's help if there's any home video information or home video footage that you would like to share with us, or any information at all about this shooting, or any details that you might have, is to contact dispatch at 801-395-8221. And I just want to add, and we talked about this last week a little bit, about how student and community safety is critically important to Ogden City. So police administration has been heavily involved in this from the moment this came out over the radio. City administration has been heavily involved in this, and we've been working closely with Ogden School District. So this is a very critical incident for us, and we understand it will be impactful for our community and Ogden School District. And again, like I said, I just want to make sure the community knows we do have every resource available on this. And we have dozens of agents, detectives, and task force members that are tracking down leads as we speak.
How did the 16-year-old get from the scene of the shooting to the school?
Now, I appreciate that question. So we have a lot of the answers to some of these details and some of the questions you're going to be asking right now. But we are in the very preliminary stages of this investigation, and anything we release at this time has the potential of compromising that investigation. So that's something we don't want to do. So a lot of these questions, I'm happy to take questions, but a lot of these questions I just won't be able to answer at this stage.
What condition was he in when that SRO and the staff were taking care of him?
You know, I don't know that information. I have learned that he has since passed away, and that's the information I have right now.
Do we know if you think the suspect that you're looking for is another teenager?
Also a good question, but not anything that we can answer in this preliminary stage. Again, we're just at the very beginning of this. We're only a couple hours.
So again, this is Captain Tim Scott with the Ogden Police Department providing an update on the situation that unfolded around 2:30, 2:45 this afternoon that resulted in Ben Lomond High School being brought up once again. You heard from Captain Scott talking about the bomb threat that they had at the school recently. This was about a shooting that occurred at 5th and Gramercy in Ogden involving a 16-year-old that was shot and killed and then taken to Ben Lomond High School, where a school resource officer was first there to respond to that situation. So the investigation now moving from one part on 5th and Gramercy to Ben Lomond High School. Something very important I want to share. Captain Scott saying that they do not have a suspect in custody. They're asking for the public's help. If you live in the area, if you have surveillance video, photographs in any way, shape, or form, and you can share that with investigators, please do so. Again, the lead agency right now, as we understand, the Ogden Police Department.